be like we in the church, man.
Not like we in the church. Listen, let me just give it to you right. Give it to you and So welcome to the inaugural edition of Weekday Unwind. Let me just give you all, every now and then you meet a person who brings the best out of you and who wants the best for you. And when you meet that kind of person, you hold on to them.
Amen.
And for DiamondKesawn, one of those individuals in my life, I met after moving to Atlanta. And for me, Atlanta was never that market I planned to make like lifelong friends. Like I was gonna be here, I was gonna have my peoples, do what it do, twirl like I twirl and keep it going. However, that natural motherfucking human resource. Hey, Dedrick.
Hey, I'm your favorite human resource.
I need you in your mic.
Oh.
If you gotta get in your mic.
I am your favorite human resource.
Hello, the one and the only. Let it be known. So we came together. Weekday Unwind. Dedrick, I'll let you give them your take on what is Weekday Unwind. What can they expect from us as we give them this production?
Baby, let me tell y'all. First of all, I am Dedrick, the one and only, the favorite human resource. The Weekday Rewind. The Weekday Unwind is, for me, basically everything that has happened during our week. Stuff that comes up, because when you working 9 to 5,
hello,
whatever you working,
hello,
swing shift, silent shift, all the way to the shift,
period,
baby, everything in their mama happened. So this is just a time for us to reflect on what happened, stuff that popped in our mind we want to talk about, we didn't get to talk about during the week, stuff that might fly out, love, life, relationships, bullshit.
Hello.
But that's what it is, the unwind. We just basically unwinding our minds. Because it's the weekend.
Hello. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me say how we do it. Welcome to the first edition of the Weekday Unwind. Doing like only we can, I'm your boy DiamondKesawn
and I am Dedrick.
The favorite what?
Human resource. Make sure you emphasize the favorite human resource.
Hello. And with all that said, let's get into our week of 9 to 5 lies, tries, and alibis, bitch. Dedrick!
Yes!
So girl, Miss Ain't Girl, kick off this motherfucking Uta. How was your week?
Child, this week was a fool.
Here we go.
Pandemic. Let me give y'all a little precursor.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, I was always out, which I do a lot anyway. I'm out in the community. That's part of my purpose. And so I play cards, play spades quite a bit. I hosted at my house, not as much anymore.
Hello.
But I just was everybody's resource. And so when the pandemic happened, we went on lockdown, I went away.
Hello.
So now it's that when people are having stuff, they invite me, I don't show up. Well, hell, you don't show up when I do stuff. You don't support when I do stuff.
No, they show up if it's free.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest.
If it's free, bitch, they there.
You right.
The moment you add a ticket price, hoes call and ask if you need help.
But you'll be anywhere else. But you'll come from Timbuktu to wherever it is.
Because it's free.
And spend your good gas, because gas is $3.50 right about now.
$4.97, bitch. Hello.
So anyway, y'all.
Okay.
I got a message today from somebody that I've been friends with for a long time, and a person I really respect.
How long is a long time?
Ever since I moved to Atlanta, so it's been about 13, 14 years.
Okay.
And it really ain't even really about them, to be honest with you. It's about the message that I received.
Okay.
So the message was, hey sis, what's going on? I ain't heard from me. I ain't seen from you. That was kind of the context. And then it was like, since you done bought your house, you don't fool with the kids no more. I said, let me hold them and back you up real quick.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is that what they said, or is that how you took it?
That's exactly what was said.
Okay.
Since you done bought your house, you don't fool with the kids no more. And I'm thinking to myself, like, first of all, I've been in my house 3 years, since 2018, thank you, God.
Hallelujah.
Second of all, that ain't the fucking reason why.
Okay.
So let's get down to the real reason. The real reason is going to scratch a whole bunch of people's head. They're going to make you scratch your motherfucking ass relating to me.
Y'all listen to this one.
So I didn't stop fooling with people because I bought my home.
Okay.
I stopped fooling with people because I got tired of putting myself as a fucking resource.
Hello.
And every time that I do some shit, it's crickets. Ain't nobody posting, ain't nobody sharing, ain't nobody showing up. But as soon as I have some shit that's free, or to the community or whatever, which again, let me go ahead and give you another precursor. I will do what I need to do for the community because at the core of who I am, my heart speaks to the community and I will always give back to the community. Absolutely. But what you're not going to do is keep taking advantage of me, coming to me when shit happens to you, because that's exactly what happens. You don't come and show up for nothing else. You don't show up when it's brunches. I done had 3 of them. I ain't seen not a one person that I didn't, I'm going to take that lie back, maybe 2, that I done played cards with out of the hundreds.
Right.
But to get a message to say that because I done bought my house, so who else has been saying something? So my message to y'all to those people is that don't worry about it, baby, because I stopped being So when stagnated people stay stagnated, Dedrick don't stay stagnated. If you know anything about who I am,
come on,
I move with purpose.
Period.
I don't stay in jobs too long because I know I get to what I need from where I'm at and I move to where I'm trying to go.
That's the word.
I.e., from every position that I've ever been in life, I've taken a piece of it and it's grown me every single time. So if you think I'm going to be around people who's not growing, who can't grow, who can't do any of that, and then say, I'm not fooling with the kids no more, you gosh damn right. And I didn't even say the word God damn right. That is absolutely it. I am not fooling with y'all no more like that. Hell, I even got some of my friends that ain't even showed up to shit.
Well, to be fair, since you brought it up, I didn't. You know, it's been said around town a little something. But you know, okay, I'm going to be honest with you though. I agree with them. But not in a bad way. You don't live as close to the city as you did. Now, let's be honest. That last townhouse that was right the fuck downtown, bitch, we was outside every day. Right. But again, we was right in like literally everything was like 5 minutes away from the house. Like, there was no excuse not to go, but you was 5 minutes away.
Right.
Now, I think it's different because we're talking like having to actually go to the city. So I don't feel the expectation should be that the pop-up should have been the same. Not to mention, to be fair, you've had your house 3 years. We've been in Corona for 2 years.
Right.
We were shut down for a year.
Yep.
So what that says to me is this evaluation is very one-sided and personal. Like, this isn't that I ain't seen you, because to be fair, we ain't seen nobody, because outside ain't outside.
Well,
like
that ain't them, because they've been playing cards since the start of the pandemic. Ain't nobody stopped.
They've been playing cards in the pandemic?
Yeah.
At the table?
At the table.
Can you be 6 feet apart at that table?
No.
Because that table little.
No. And that's not, let me say this, that's not to negate and to throw anybody up under the bus or throw any shade. What it is that I just get tired of those type of situations happening. So when you think it's okay for you to say, hey, we ain't seen you, how about you pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing?
Right.
We ain't seen you in a while. Are you okay?
Right.
But when something's going on with you, I'll get, and this ain't to no specific person, I'll get Cash App requests, I'll get phone calls, I'll get DMs, can you do this? Oh, I need so can you help me find a job? Can you do all stuff? All those things in which I'm capable of doing. Thank you, God, for blessing me to be who I am. But really, y'all? Like,
Really? But you know, okay, so let's be fair. Have you not fostered an environment where people feel like it's okay?
Absolutely. And so when you try to reshape, refocus, and repurpose, it can look like shit has really changed. But I know that, again, from my heart of hearts, I'm still going to do what I need to do. I get the shirt off my back.
Right.
But at this stage, in this day and age, at almost getting ready to be 38 years old, like I did that through my mid-20s, through my early 30s, where I'm just there for everybody. But who's going to be there for me? I got this lovely home, and it's just me here.
Right.
So, again, nobody's calling to check up on me. Nobody's popping up except for Diamond's ass.
Okay, hello.
Saying, hello, hey, friend, what's going on? People ain't popping up like that to check on me, but as soon as they need something, and regardless of how it may have been shaped, when you see somebody's absence, the first thing is to say is, hey, how you been?
Right.
We ain't seen you. Are you okay? Has anything been going on? Can I help you? Can I assist? But it ain't been none of that. Or, hey, I see, because, I got between Instagram and Facebook over 12,000 followers. So you see what I'm posting. You see what I'm doing. You're seeing all of this stuff.
Because we know they're watching.
Right. So when I'm doing stuff, ain't nobody picking up the stuff. My Eventbrite don't have your name on it.
Ooh.
It ain't saying you bought no ticket.
Ooh.
And then the first thing you want to be, oh, well, I ain't invited. Well, sis, let me tell you something. I'm not going to send a personal invite to a community event.
Hello.
Everybody gets the invite. If you don't
Literally.
show up, that's one or two problems. Number one is because you purposely didn't see it. Number two is because you saw it and said, fuck it.
Hello.
So,
Now
that's where we
also,
go.
how do we, because you know, they say be careful what you pray for.
Absolutely.
And we did ask God to take people out of our life who didn't mean us no good. And I think we lost damn near everybody at that point. You know, so for those who don't know, so Dedrick and I took a trip for New Year's Eve. Dedrick popped up with this dope idea to relax, release. And we went to an island and we had a beach house. Oh my gosh, on the private side of the beach, baby.
Hey, this is me, and I can't change your thought of me. I'm not gonna change who I'm with,
Making out.
right? Because I'm still just another girl from the ghetto.
But guess what though? Okay. Now listen, y'all. You know I'm DiamondKesawn and I keep it real. So Dedrick, I feel like there is some truth in that because I know a person who shall remain nameless that I want you to date.
Oh Lord.
And you don't even find time to fly up there.
We about to hang up.
And but it's like I don't know. Okay, let me tell you. My biggest thing with you, I feel like you want it, but in the same token, you want it how you want it, when you want it, the exact way you want it, and you're not willing to understand, like, it may come covert, it may come like a puzzle, it may come in a different color.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh, no.
It's like, yo, let me tell you about Dad. Dad's just a good one, and he's one of the few that's really a good one inside and out. And it's like, okay, you do belong with someone, and I know he wants that. But there are so many options in his circle, and he's like, here you go, child, no. You be like, wait.
Options in the circle. It's like, well, what he sees is options. What I see is not options.
So okay, but based on what? What throws people for you? When it comes down to who do I want to give a chance? What are the top 3 things that you evaluate?
First of all, how you carry yourself as a person.
Okay.
How oriented you are with your family, because that's a huge part of me. And then the other thing too is that if a person wants or don't want children, that is a number 1 topic for me. It is a deal breaker for me. And if you do not want kids, you do not want me.
Okay. But can I raise you one?
Well, come on, I got a few coins.
What if they don't want children right now? I mean, hell, you know I don't want no fucking dusty ass kids. Ew. But
see,
you and I both know that if you get into the right situation, it can change your mind.
So, and to that point, when I was in my last relationship, he didn't want kids. And so he fell into it. Oh, God. He fell into it because he knew that for me was a very important part of being with me. So he was like, if we're going to do this, then absolutely, yes, I will be with you in trying to have a child.
Okay.
But that didn't work out. Not unhappy about it. But at the end of the day, you're right. Some people will change their mind, but for me, I need to say that up front because I don't need to set anybody's false expectation of, hey, let's have to talk about kids. Oh, I don't want no kids. That's going to totally turn me off in that moment because even if we get together and you're still talking about that, that's going to be a part of me that's going to be crying out to say, hey, I want to have a child and I want to do it soon. I'm about to be 40 in a couple of years. Like, I ain't got time to be waiting on you to change your mind.
Eggs that is getting scrambled, bitch.
I mean, they ain't, but I'm just saying, ain't nobody want to be no old-ass daddy. Be 70 years old, and your child's 13-year-old basketball game. Come on, son.
Well, first of all, at the age we are now, if you had a child tomorrow, when your child's 20, bitch, you'll be 57.
Yeah, but I'll still be a pop at 57.
You're raggedy as fuck. Thinking about our lives, and I know you want children, I'm just trying to figure out when the fuck we got time to have kids, child, because at the rate we going.
This is true.
And then on top of, here's the gag, you all. At the rate we're already at, we ain't got time for a dog, let alone a child.
Right, because I wanted a dog too.
Now, at the rate in which we're trying to excel to, because we still have goals, we're still First of all, hold on, bitch. Let me tell you something. I'm just sitting here thinking, Dedrick has a sports league. Shout out to Forest Sports.
Yay,
this
Forest Sportsers.
Podcast is partially powered by Forest Sports. Volleyball,
Basketball,
kickball. He has the Guiltless Brunch ATL edition, which is bi-monthly. So that's 6 times a year. He travels. We starting a couple other things. We over here fucking playing with and playing together. I just
it sounds like a lot.
You know, I mean, I know that
and
as
still gotta
people,
go to work.
as people, we make time for what we want to make time for. Like I get that part, but knowing how you are, knowing the dedication you would have for your child, for your children, are you willing? Are you at that point where you're willing to walk away from a lot of things? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
So that's an amazing question, and 97% of me is yes.
Okay.
There's another 3% of me that says if I stop,
and that's a strong Wonder Woman 3.
Right. Because what you have to know is that playing sports is a part of what makes me me.
Right.
So when I do decide to walk away from that, and there is going to come a time that I'm going to have to walk away, because obviously I'm not going to be able to play my whole life.
Because them knees is bad.
Right, they already bad. But I'm trying to decide if that's going to be sooner or later. Or can I manage being able to play sports and being able to have a child? Because I know people that do. The flip side to that too is that if I decide to be a single parent, my mama was a single mother, so she raised me and my sister sometimes working 2 and 3 jobs, and so I feel like in my mind that if she could do it, I can do it. And my mom made sacrifice after sacrifice, and I'm like, at the end of the day, I saw that with my own eyes. I know what kind of life I want to give my child. And I had an amazing childhood, even though my mom was a single parent. I didn't want for a damn thing.
And
didn't want for zero.
And won't. And they never.
And that's molded me to be the person I am today. And so when I say that, I'm saying all of this to say that I'm in a much better situation than what my mother was raising me and my sister. So I feel like if that's the case, then why can't I be the super dad to say that I can raise my child and be able to play sports, still be able to have a life in that? That's easier said than done, obviously, because I've never been a parent. So I don't know what I'm going to have to stop when he gets sick or, he hurts himself.
But also,
I have to do all these things.
We were born in the 80s.
Right.
And we were raised in the 90s.
True. Hat to the back.
I got to put my pants down real low. Our parents had to worry about gangs and, making sure we didn't go to the wrong blocks.
Right.
We got to worry about our child on fucking social media.
Exactly.
We got to worry about fucking cyberbullying.
Right.
We got to worry about fucking catfish predators. What it takes to raise a child in the 2022s is different than the 84 through 94. Hell, it's different than our friends who had children in high school in 03, But also, shout out to Mama Dedrick. She about to get mad at me. Mama Dedrick didn't own 3 teams.
You right.
Let's be real.
You right.
She worked the ass off. Like, we will never take that away from her. But she didn't work and own 3 teams. Let's keep in mind. So, whereas she was able to create her a balance, which of course we would never call a balance because we was like, how she do it? But where she found her balance, bitch, we wake up working by accident.
Right.
And then, if we're going to be real now, we'll be at work, working on 2, 3, 4 other work.
You right.
So we got a 9 to 5, a 5 to 9, and a 5 to 9. Like, so, and again, I'm down. Like, I will, bitch, I'll babysit. Ugh. I will babysit, though. And I'll be a good babysitter for 20 minutes. I will babysit.
Not 20 minutes.
But I'm just like, I wish, for those of y'all who know us, y'all know us. So, you know how the fuck we jump the fuck up and be, bitch, me and Dedrick could be asleep at 6:30, but you call us at 6:45, bitch, we liable to be in some other part of town.
By 7:15.
Hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, and what scares me is knowing the kind of person you are, understanding the dedication you will have to your child, and knowing the world we live in, the kind of dedication it would take to be the kind of parent you will be. You know what I'm saying? Like, my best friend, shout out to my best friend, hey Devin, and my best friend Shanetta, like...
Hey, y'all.
So, Shanetta had her child right after we graduated senior year of high school. So, EJ grew up with us. So, it's different now, because EJ being house by himself, because he did when fucking 17. We out.
Right.
Devin did the, career thing and had children in her early 30s. So now I'm like, I'm not calling you for shit because your life sucks. And, we laughed at it, but she didn't trust no one to babysit her children. She was not playing. Like, until her children could talk clearly, they couldn't be with no one besides her or her wife. So there was those 6-7 years. And then now, our children are so attached to her that I'm like, bitch, give me a girls' weekend. She's like, where are my kids gonna go? I'm like, damn.
Because they can't,
Yes.
That ain't get ready to be me.
It is.
Oh, no, it's not.
It is.
I'm going to tell you exactly. So, the one thing I appreciate about my mama gave us tough love. She let us kind of have free reign. So, me and my sister's 8 years older than me. Shout out to Jada.
Hey, Jada.
And when we were growing up, my mama kind of gave us free reign to do what it is that we wanted to do. And in most cases, a lot of my friends came to chill with me and hang out at my house because my mama kind of just let us flow because she believed in the kid and us as children being able to be children, have a good time. Yeah, we were going to fuck up. Yeah, we were going to get in trouble. But I can count on one hand the amount of times that I got my ass whooped as a kid because my mama, first of all, she was heavy-handed, so you didn't want to get hit by her. And if you did, you was hightailing it, probably get ready to go to the hospital. She was going to beat your ass because she was a proponent of I brought your ass and this is what I take you out.
Hello.
So, what it boiled down to is that when we got older, me and my sister, shout out, we both have gone to school. We both have got multiple degrees between each other. And
don't nobody care. No.
And it just goes to show that, like, although my mother was hard on us, she didn't shelter us. She didn't say that you can't do this. She wanted us to go see the world because there were things that she knew she wasn't going to be able to go and see.
Absolutely.
So because of that, I would never have my child up under me like that. Like, at the end of the day, I know it takes a village to raise a child. And it really took a village to raise us.
Hello.
We had a village. Like, literally, I'm from a small town, and that's part of. I'm glad I grew up in a small town because I do understand the whole totality of being raised by a village. That you can go down the street. People if you was out of line, they had permission to beat your ass.
Right.
Like, those things like that, you don't have that anymore.
Absolutely.
And especially living in a city like Atlanta, like, unless you just got a close, tight-knit circle where your child is going to be, you know what I mean? But my child's going to live. My child is going to be able to be around other children. I'm not trying to have my child attached to my hip.
So you moving?
Huh?
So you moving?
Moving to where?
Back to Kentucky, bitch.
No.
With this talk you talking.
No, I ain't never said that.
So now
Grandma gonna come to Atlanta.
Here's where Dedrick and I differ, because I'm afraid to raise a child because I see children being killed by their friends in elementary school. I just did, so I have a podcast called Let's Talk Murder with DiamondKesawn. It drops every second and fourth Monday. Whoop whoop, Murder Monday.
Second and fourth Monday.
Hello. But Dedrick, he was at the bus stop. He was 16, and his boy from school killed him. And I'm just like, for what? And then it hurt his mother so bad because he had called her to ask for a ride, and she said no, take the bus. Fucked her world up. And I'm like, see, this is that shit.
But see, the thing about that too,
then I seen the child, you know how you said people came over to y'all's house. I seen a girl get robbed in her house by her friends.
I saw that. I saw a similar situation today.
And
I think that's scary, and it's gonna be scary. It's scary just raising a child. Hell, it's scary for us to get up out the bed and go to leave the house right now. So God knows what our children are having to go through. But I also think that as a parent, you have to take the time to, number one, listen to your child, ask your child questions, because if you over here trying to do what it is that you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, why you want to do it, and your child is over here crying out for help, and you don't pay attention to your child, you have failed as a parent.
Ooh, speak long.